So, game one is going to be an important game. Mectos took the dub last time they played. Marky, you've got Gengar winning. I'm going to have to disagree. I think Mectos is going to repeat here. But obviously all eyes in the Twitch chat are on Gengar to see what on earth he's going to do with these otherworldly camera settings.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of, like I said pre-game, Mectos definitely has the mechanical advantage, but sometimes, like just there, he overcommits a little bit, and that'll be what Gengar's relying on, because Gengar can see those overcommits coming from a mile away, literally. So it'll come down to that in the end.
You could probably see the overcommits in the next game as well. He's literally 5 steps ahead of you. But the crazy thing to me, I mean, we can all see that, yeah, his vision is insane. He can spot fake challenges, he can spot real challenges, he can see exactly what Mectos is doing at all times, but I'm amazed that he can actually hit the ball so cleanly and consistently with these settings. Oh, good shot by Mectos, but I'll tell you what, Gengar really saved that, and it's very, very hard to get any saves, or even any touches in the ball in this position with these sets.
Yeah, he pre-jumped it a little bit, and actually I think he tipped it onto the crossbar that came back down onto him. He got pretty unlucky. But yeah, as you were saying, when I was watching, I did a bit of homework on Gengar, I was very impressed with his flicks, especially. He's got a very clean flick on him, and he's also pretty great at just shooting. You know, the basics, but very, very, very solid basics. Like here, very good shot, top corner, good save from Mectos. And it's you know, shooting's one thing. I can see how you can maybe have good shooting with these camera settings, but I don't know how you can see, how can you judge the flick?
Yeah, how does he do it?
It's ridiculous.
He just got a couple of perfect time boost steals there, so Mectos running a bit low. Gengar can see him this entire time, of course, and he will just guide the ball over the top of him into the top corner.
Yeah, he was looking for the edgeable bump there, and Mectos was so terrified that he didn't even jump in the end, and it just goes straight in the goal. Nice bit of play from Gengar, very smart, very intelligent play.
You know, I'm not going to lie, I'm just going to be watching this whole match from his POV, or at least this whole game, just to get a feel of how well Gengar's playing. Because when I've watched him in the past, when he's on, he's really, really on. But he does have the odd game, and I think the experience will definitely be in Mectos' advantage. You know, Gengar doesn't have a ton of competitive experience, but if he can stay cool, then maybe you're right about this matchup. But look at that perfect revenge by Mectos. He gets a bump on Gengar.
Yeah, Mectos has been around in the NA1 scene for... feels like quite a while now. You'll know better than me, but he's been around the block, got plenty of experience. So, you know, if things aren't going his way, I'm sure he's capable of mixing it up and then fixing any issues he sees.
Oh yeah, Mectos. He played in the very original Salt Mine tournament just about a year ago. Oh, Gengar realized that was a fake a bit late on. Oh, he saw the goal! He got the wrong side of the ball! Oh, the panic stations have been alerted. And Mectos has scored.
Let's have another look at that. Yep, just completely misses the proceed. Smashes it top corner. Oh well, on to the next one, it's fine.
And you thought that we were done with the Rizzo versus Sizz series for the day. Jokes, of course. Rizzo and Sizz were both phenomenal. Ooh, love that from Gengar, but Mectos was all over it. And Mectos needs to try and switch up his defensive strategy as much as possible here. Because Gengar will be able to not just read him, but see him. Oh, he stuck a shot over the head and decides not to go for the read. I think that's a good idea, but look how quickly Mectos goes down the middle. That'll be a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, maybe a slightly strange rotation from Gengar. Goes to the corner boost and just kind of gives it to Mectos, let's be real. Kind of a little bit poor from Gengar so far.
Yeah, do you think he misread it? Do you think maybe he thought it was going to bounce up? That's the only reason that I can think of, you know, him going for the boost steal, is he thought the ball would bounce up the wall.
Sometimes
but the flat bounce is just a goal. It's just a counterattack.
I think it was more like just slight lack of focus, because you know what I mean. Sometimes you do just make a decision and you come back to and you're like, oh, I was just daydreaming, and I just
like this one.
Yeah, this one at least, like he hit the ball.
Yeah, this is something. I suppose that this one he's thinking, right, Mectos is low boost. I'm going to go for this just to let him know that I will go for these rebounds sometimes. And Mectos will be aware of that. He has to take note of the fact that Gengar did just make a play for a rebound. So any time that's happening in the future, he needs to be ready for it.
Oh, Mectos looking like the much sharper player so far. I regret my...
You can't give up on Gengar already, man.
I'm not, but it just... Mectos is definitely a bit more ready for game one, it would seem.
indeed. So Gengar is notorious. His car is beautiful. His engine noise is as distracting as possible. I think he's got himself some kind of this reputation that players are just afraid to lose to him because they know he's playing with these most ridiculous camera settings that nobody else uses. Therefore, you just feel like you should be beating him. Oh, but he's got them figured out. Oh, he's landed really well on this, but
he's got the meme factor. You don't want to lose to a
you don't
meme.
want to get memed by Gengar. Is he getting memed on this goal? He might be.
Sky it. Oh, he's not. No, see Gengar.
Oh, no. Gengar is definitely nervous. I mean, the first open net doesn't matter. You can rebound it in. The second one, that is a big no-no.
That's that'll sting.
Yeah. Gengar letting that replay run, by the way, on his own miss. I think he's trying to cool down a little bit.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, that's beautiful. Mectos punishes another very strong boost position. 8-2 with almost 2 minutes to go. This is a best of 5, but Gengar needs to settle down here. This is getting out of control.
At least that one was a wonderful air dribble and not a double open goal miss counter-attack. Yeah. At least he made Mectos work for that one.
I was about to say, what's worse than an open goal miss counter-attack? Then I remembered he missed twice.
He did.
So I guess that would be what is worse.
And both, like, it's not like they were like quick open goals. Both were absolute sitters.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if I missed this, I would be surprised. And I don't often say that because I can miss absolutely anything. But yeah, it was a type of play that you just know when he's making it. The only thing that he's thinking of is, I hope I don't miss this. And if you're visualizing yourself and if you're thinking, I hope I don't miss this, it just increases the chances of missing significantly. And it actually happened.
Yeah, that's the type of miss. If you do, yeah, almost with that one. Type of miss where if you make that play in ranked, it's your last game.
Yeah,
it's bedtime.
Even if it's your first game, you're like, yeah, I'm not playing Rocket League today. Or you just go play casual or something, or Rumble. You know, I can't play ranked when I'm playing this kind of form. I think even the players who say that they need a warm-up game, when they miss that goal, they're like, yeah, no warm-up game is going to save me today. I'm just going to go casual.
I'm gonna go and play drop shot where there's no crossbars.
Somehow you still hit the post, I'm sure. Do you call it posts in drop shot? I guess it's just edges of the floor, isn't it? It's a lot harder to say.
Rim.
Oh, that's a great touch.
I believe it's rim.
The rim of the floor, okay. I love this touch though by Gengar. Mectos underestimated him in that position. Just shifts it right out into a shooting position. I think the Mectos in that play is gambling on the fact that Gengar has to be afraid of the demo. And it's difficult for him to, make a touch into a position he can immediately shoot from. But Gengar, turns out he's got exactly that touch in plan.
Yeah, it's just a nice little pop. Saw Mectos coming in with his, humongous weird camera settings and just popped it past him nicely. Nice finish on the dribble there as well. Okay,
Hold
a
on.
minute and 4 goals. It's not,
that's doable.
We've seen bigger.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is winnable. Mectos over-rotated his car and doesn't have the lineup for the save. The one thing Gengar does need though is kickoff wins. He doesn't necessarily need kickoff goals, but he does need possession.
Oh, good wave dash recovery.
I love that.
Mectos needs to just just hold on to the ball a little bit, play it safe.
Yeah, this is really smart. This back corner play into a 50-50. This is what he needs to do. He's just waiting for another 20 or so seconds to be off the clock, and at that point I'm sure we'll see Mectos go for a ceiling shot if he feels like it, but he's let the clock win the game for him there.
Yeah, I mean, he's, a heavily experienced 1v1 player. He knows how to close out a big lead.
Oh wow.
Gengar needed that one to come off to have any hope, and it looks like game 1's gone to Mectos. Well played from Mectos, but you've got to admit, I think Gengar sort of, bend himself a little bit as well.
Yeah, very nervous. And, we talked about the 1v1 competitive experience edge going to Mectos, which it does. But just the overall Rocket League competition edge goes to Mectos as well. I mean, just recently, his new team that he's just joined, Ghost, have beaten NRG in RLCSX. So this guy has had some really big series. That was a Game 5 overtime in that one. So, he hit the pass, I believe, in field for the winning goal in that Game 5 overtime. He's proven just the last weekend, or just a couple of weekends ago, that he could play under this kind of pressure.
Yeah, I was saying something similar about Zamway, because the Giants have been having a pretty good run of late.
Yeah.
And the high-level tournament experience where there's a lot of money on the line really just shores you up mentally. You know, like he's no stranger to having to hit the shots to get the cash. You know, and he's not gonna let memeage ruin him mentally.
Not gonna let camera settings
upset him.
Not yet, but I mean, it's happened to so many players. They go into a series against Gengar, and all they're thinking of is, oh no, I hope I don't lose, because that would be embarrassing. Then everybody's gonna know I lost to somebody with maxed camera settings. But the more and more I think that Gengar has had success recently in 1v1, it's sort of to his own detriment, because now people aren't as afraid to lose to him as they used to be. So now he's not as much of a meme. In fact, he's not a meme at all. He's a very respected ones player these days. And in fact, it might even be going against Gengar, because now he's thinking, oh, wait a minute, I've actually kind of proven myself. Now I've got to keep it up.
Well, not to worry for Gengar, because if he has more games like that game 1, he will be right back to meme status. Let's see if he gets this open goal. There it is, top bins. Well done, Gengar.
This matchup is all about the fear. I mean, it's Mectos' fear of the meme camera settings, and Gengar's fear of the open net miss, clearly, because he's not looking confident with them. But the play on this one was a much smarter one to go for. Just hit the ball right as it bounces, so you don't have the chance to, hit the crossbar when it bounces up too high. And even then, he nearly hit the crossbar.
Yeah, you say that, but it wasn't far away.
Mectos with a reply. Gengar didn't expect that 50-50. That was nice from Mectos.
Yeah, a little slow roll 50-50. The doorstop you used to call it. Do people still call it a doorstop?
I don't believe I've ever heard the doorstop, but it really does make sense. That is a phenomenal name. I'm going with it.
I didn't invent that, by the way. Definitely, people definitely used to say that.
No, if you invented it, you'd be calling it the marquee stop or something. Isn't that what people do?
The bean stop or something.
The bean stop is. I mean, everybody would know it belongs to you if you said that. That's a pretty wild-looking pre-jump by Gengar, but Mectos' aerial plays are they're scary enough. The Gengar needs to do something early. I don't know about that though. That was extremely high.
I mean, to be fair to Gengar, if you let him, if you leave it too long, then Mectos will catch the flip reset, and then you're in serious trouble. So you can see where Gengar's coming from. I think he just sort of got the path a little bit off.
Yeah, we saw brilliant, ceiling challenges from Zamway against Trex in the last series, and that was to do the exact same thing. He just knows that if he lets Trex land the reset, he's probably scoring. It's the same thing with Gengar. He knows Mectos is probably scoring if he gives him time there, so he needs to do something. As ridiculous as it looks, so, to fly in really high, that is the current meta in Rocket League 1v1. Oh, what a move by Gengar. Has got control. Another 1v1 in the open net, and he's lost it. Mectos gets back and makes it a 2v1.
Good recovery as well from Mectos. Maintains control of his car and kind of the ball. Loses it now, though. Let's see what Gengar's got on the run. Go on, Gengar. Nice shot.
I love the placement of that one, but Mectos has landed really well.
Not where you want to put that.
Yeah, he's not got the best accuracy on his uncontested shots today. That's the one thing that's really let him down. And that's not normal for him. I mean, his shooting is usually one of his strengths in offense.
Yeah, when I was working away, doing my homework, watching 1v1 replays of Gengar, I was very impressed with his shooting. He was very accurate, and today just...
Okay. Well, that's
a nice shot.
The turnaround is really smart. Mectos baited in for the boost steal actually there. I don't know if Gengar left it on purpose to draw Mectos in, but if he did, that's really smart. But yeah, he just snuck that shot by. Very small gap to play with there, and he got it. Worth noting actually, the boost usage at the moment is, you'd expect Mectos to be using a lot more. Gengar's hanging with him, and that is a confident open net after a very solid challenge.
Yeah, great challenge, and he believed in himself. Look, he went up early, had faith, almost missed, but pulled it off, and now he's taking the lead now.
Yeah, that was solid. I mean, the difference there was night and day. Gengar didn't pause, he didn't hesitate, he wasn't thinking, oh no, what happens if I miss this? I'm going to see it on Twitter later, somebody's going to clip it. No, he just went up for it and had faith in himself, and that's another decent shot. The placement is what's caused Mectos to land awkwardly here. Gengar can see that he's faking and puts it over him. Mectos, come on, you should know. He knows you're not going for that.
Yeah, I was watching that from Gengar's point of view. I was like, oh, I can see the defender. He's not going. And Gengar's like, okay, fly in and score then.
I mean, that's the advantage right there. Anyone else, might not have the vision in that play that their camera would be pointing way up in the air. But Gengar has a perfect view. Nice kickoff by Mectos. Still a very close game, and it feels like it might be a must-win game for Gengar, really, after such a disastrous game one.
Yeah, I mean, when it's this evenly matched, you really don't want to go 2 goals down, 2 games down, rather. Because if every game is almost a 50-50, then you're going to have a hard time winning 3 games in a row.
Nice win by Mectos. He's been bumped after the fact. Goes for the pre-flip. Lands on the wrong side of the ball. And that was the only way that he could score that, so it's a good try. Definitely the right shot selection.
Oh, air dribble bump. No!
Oh my!
Fake the bump and went for the
Mectos.
slick.
That was nasty. Both players. Oh, and he's actually pit maneuvered him. Unreal. Mectos from one end of the field to the other actually ties the game from a really awkward position.
Yeah, lovely save from Mectos because it really looked like Gengar was going to get the bump there. Then he switched it up and went for the little touch past the post. Mectos just flicked it and then scores nicely on the counter with some quick play. Oh,
that's a good touch. Mectos had to avoid his own goal there, but Gengar can see him. Of course, he always can. Just in case anybody's forgotten,
he's the all-seeing guy. I'll leave.
Yeah, the all-seeing guy. He's also he's the grandest of plats is another name that's been given to him. These are, of course, camera settings you kind of stop seeing once you rank up out of Platinum. Until you reach Gengar, then you see them again.
Chance here if this comes down. Backflipped. Everyone's freaking out.
Gengar doesn't want to go all in, and Mectos is just trying to react to the situation. He was afraid of a shot there, rightfully so. Gengar's got himself a great position. Can he turn it into a goal? Boost steals are coming in. He's actually going to go all the way back. Now that relieves pressure, but it does show composure.
Doesn't it? Yeah, I think composure maybe wasn't as there as you might think.
Yeah, I don't think this was the plan. I mean, when you play the ball back into your own corner, the idea is not to take it in front of your goal. It's to turn around in the corner. Gengar hit it a bit too hard, and that bounce was a nightmare. Even then, I don't think he expected Mectos to charge in. Great read by Mectos.
Yeah, good read by Mectos. Nice opportunistic dive, but Gengar, man, you can't be doing that. Wherever composure there was when he made the touch back completely went out the window once the bounce was awkward.
It was the idea. It was a composed idea. Oh, now let's see how he's feeling with his open net accuracy. That's better.
Yeah, that one would have been quite something.
That might have been the computer out the window if he missed it. that was definitely unmissable. Chance now for Gengar to tie the series. Little wave dash recovery on the face-off. He's going to go for the boost steal now. He's got to watch out for Mectos with the demo. He does. Mectos still in control somewhat, but Gengar is actually disrupting him a lot here, not letting him attack early. Mectos shoots from distance. It's off the bar, and it bounces a bit awkwardly for him. There's no rebound on that ball. Gengar holds enough boost in net.
He's got a chance to take the game here. If he scores, no, doesn't get his flick off. Bit of an awkward spot now. I would just play it safe if I were him.
I don't think both players realize how boost starved they each are. I mean, Gengar's settings, they show him where Mectos is, but they don't tell him how much boost he's got. Overtime game 2. Mectos could be in an incredibly good position after this. And you think he will be. That's a perfect kickoff for him. Gengar can't get there. 6-5. Mectos leads the series by 2.
Yeah, good solid game from Mectos, and Gengar's got to be kicking himself a little bit. Definitely 1 or 2 goals in that game he will not be happy with conceding.
Yeah.
But Mectos looking very solid. Every time he gets the ball, he looks dangerous and scary, making good reads on defense as well. Poor Gengar, man. He actually played really well that game. He just gave away a couple of goals.
Yeah, there were a few moments where, you know, the ideas that he had were really good, but the execution's letting him down. And meanwhile, Mectos has had some really clean plays. I mean, he's just looked like the player who's showing up more today. This is a very even matchup. They went to Game 7 the last time that they played, and you know, a lot of those games were extremely close, going down to the wire. But Gengar's confidence isn't there today. It looks like Mectos, you know, with that experience advantage, making the most of it. Absolutely having a great day for himself, and maybe even setting up the first sweep of the day. We'll have to wait and see if he can get that one, but what a start for the day that would be for Ghost Gaming, who've got Lion Blaze coming up later in the main event. Game 3, Gengar versus Mectos. Gengar needs 3 in a row here. Mectos just needs 1. He's on triple match point, and he's got a perfect start as well. He won overtime in Game 2 with a kickoff goal, and that is exactly how he starts off in Game 3 as well. How Gengar responds to this is going to tell us a lot, because if he lets this get out of control, like it did in Game 1, could be curtains early on. And I was not agreeing with Marky in terms of who I thought would win the series. I was definitely going Mectos, but only by a fraction. Gengar, your man. Well, at least he was your prediction for about, what, 20 seconds, Marky?
Yeah, he was my. I was skeptical about him about 20 seconds in, then he missed the double open net, and I'm not gonna lie, I gave up after that. Yeah, and again, just there, like, just making a really dodgy mistake and giving away a bit of a goal. He's just not looked himself so far this series.
Well, you know, there's still time for him to figure this one out, and a lot off it. Air dribble bump will be the shot of choice, and it's worked out well for him. That's a really nice angle to fly at, in fact. Made it very hard for Mectos to save.
Yeah, he's got a really good air dribble bump. That's impossible
to save that?
To deal with. You can't deal with that. You need like a bigger car, basically. You just need to be driving like a tank or something, because, you know, Gengar's just coming down right on top of your head at the exact angle you need to hit the ball. There's nothing you can do. Good execution from Gengar. Great finish there, though. That's more like it.
Okay, so it's 40 seconds into game number 3. Gengar capitalizes on a weak touch from Mectos. No great pass in the chat, though. Do you think that's a mistake? You know, after so much trash talk pre-game, not dropping a great pass there?
I don't think Gengar is in much of a position to be quick chatting trash.
That's a good touch by Mectos. Gengar has been aggressive in a lot of those loose hits out into the middle of the field. Mectos with speed, almost gets a double touch, but it's on the line, and Gengar will get goal side of it. Wave dashes into position, volley on the shot, but not enough power to get past Mectos.
Yeah, and Mectos with a chance to attack here. One of his air dribbles that he seems to favor so much. He got the bump, but Gengar been on the protein shakes or something. He just battered him out of the way and then got the ball.
Yeah, you thought Mectos was going for the bump there. Gengar's the one who got it. He actually bumped Mectos into saving his own shot. I guess that's the downside of not being supersonic in midair. That, you know, double demo there would have resulted in a goal. Yeah,
pretty unlucky if you're Mectos, honestly, because you actually hit the exact move you were going for. It just didn't quite, you know, go your way.
Yeah, you know, Gengar throwing himself in with just as much power, though, is it's the only thing that prevented the goal from happening. If Gengar kind of just sat on the goal line and waited for the bump to come his way, he would have been sent flying into his net, but he's actually flown straight at Mectos with power. He's done the same again here, but that is extremely aggressive. Mectos has a dodge to squeeze in the 1-goal lead. And although I like the aggression from Gengar, I think he might just be going for it a bit too often. It's becoming predictable.
Yeah, and Mectos isn't the type to let the pressure overwhelm him. He's not the type to start panicking if you really pile the pressure on. He will happily sit back and absorb if he has to. As such an experienced player, he's got, you know, a big bag of tricks at his disposal, so he's not going to be phased by, you know, too many switch-ups.
Oh! What a play by Gengar.
Lovely.
Huge mind game. And also, again, we just see the advantage of the camera settings. He could see right over the top of the ball there, so he knew exactly what Mectos was doing, and he countered it perfectly.
Yeah, if you see any other player make a fake like that, it's because they've got a sort of mental
Yeah.
soul read on their opponent. That one, he just saw Mectos flying in with
He
his
just saw what was
stupid
happening.
camera and just knew when to throw the fake.
Beautiful. It's the advantage that he gets. If you're willing to play with what most players would consider a disadvantage, you know, zooming your camera out this much makes it so hard to hit the ball accurately and to control your touches, and even to make any aerial plays at all. Like, I'm telling you guys that are watching, just go and set these settings as your set your camera to these settings. We had them on display on the screen before the match. And then go into a training pack and try and hit some aerials. Your mind will be blown that Gengar can play with these. That's a good shot as well. Mectos in trouble here. Rebound from Gengar. 5-3.
Well done. Nice and simple. Nothing too fancy. Just clatters the ball and waits for the save. And it's just a nice, easy. Well,
Easy.
it's about to say nice, easy open net. It's an open net that he scores.
It's crucial open net. Every open net that he scores will be building the confidence. It's just undoing the damage that the initial open net miss did. Gengar with the back corner play. The other double, I keep forgetting it was a double open net miss. The second one, even more ridiculous. Gengar trying to be as efficient as possible here. Done really well, actually, to get a 50-50 win. It's almost bounced in.
Yeah, I don't think that was quite the original plan, but he adapted and recovered well and almost got a goal out of it. He might have a goal here. Good bomb. Don't know if it was on purpose, but he really stopped Gengar getting the shot. Did Mectos.
Well, that's awkward for Mectos, but he's done really well to escape Gengar's wrath. Now he's going to the top right corner. Gengar will get there. Mectos is gambling on the fact that Gengar wouldn't be able to get there. There's no real reason to shoot back post. Well, outside of maybe a bump also being incorporated, which it wasn't. Gengar delays his flick. Actually, it's a shot. And what a goal that is.
See, you see people go for these delayed flicks and you think it's not that reliable a strategy, but Gengar seems to pull it off every time.
Oh my.
Like, it's not, you don't, most people
as good as anything we saw from, like, I think we saw something similar from Trex and Samway. That's incredibly difficult. The timing for that. Now Gengar in and out, and he gets dunked on. Actually got solid contact to the ball, but Mectos was right behind it.
Yeah, I actually, you know, at first glance, it kind of looks like a weird strat defensively, but I don't mind it because Mectos did have the ball on his roof. Could have easily had a flick. You know, I don't hate that from Gengar. A bit unfortunate, basically, just to lose the kickoff so badly. Yeah,
Mectos, he kept his eye on Gengar as well, and he's had some really good vision most of this game, for the most part. Oh, that's gone in. I thought that was hitting the post, but it's actually just in off the post. Gengar just snaps in a quick wall shot while Mectos is turning.
Yeah, Mectos sort of napping a wee bit there. Honestly, you're kind of asking for it. He kind of just sits under the ball. He's like, oh, I'm sitting under the ball. Gengar's never going to go. But Gengar's just like, okay, I'm fine with this. I'll go and score. That's great.
Yeah, unlike Sizz, Gengar can see when his opponent is taking a nap. Now he's got the clock on his side. Just a minute to hold on to what is a very strong position. That wasn't the most confident 50, but the bounce has done him well. Gengar getting a favor there from the crossbar.
Yeah, he's just got to close this one out now, not do anything too risky. Just keep control. Keep control, keep calm and composed. You know, only go for attacks that are high percentage.
That's now 40 seconds. 3-goal lead for Gengar in his attempt not just to avoid the sweep, but to come back in this series, I'm sure. And Mectos sneaks on by him in reverse. Now this was awkward for both players, and Mectos apparently just the more comfortable of the two players.
Yeah, just I feel like everyone overthought that move, and then Mectos was like, okay, I'm just gonna hit the
I'll
ball.
flip into the ball. Fine, okay, if you're not gonna hang up. 28 seconds. Gengar, the big win after the boost steal, takes his time. He's even PMing him. 23 left, and the 3-goal lead is intact.
Just buys that extra little second, which can be the difference.
It can,
you know,
honestly.
Seems pedantic, but it can be the difference.
It can, yeah. Looks just like, you know, bad manners. I'm sure it is mostly just mostly just
Gengar, it's probably just
but watch, I mean, if we get a 0-second equalizer on the line, then that would be the moment to look back to. But that's game. Gengar's done it. We are not going to have a sweep, at least not yet today. And with how close the last game was, I think we have to say that Gengar's got a really good chance here. He got destroyed in game 1, but game 2, overtime, kickoff goal. Game 3, he wins it by 4. What do you reckon for Gengar's chances?
I mean, they're good. They're good. He played a lot better that game. I felt like even, when he wasn't going away and scoring, he had a lot more control. I think if you were to compare where the ball was for the most part, it was probably mostly in Mectos' half that game, probably sort of like 70-30. It was definitely in the blue end a lot more. Just a very intelligent, composed, controlling player. And if he keeps it up, why not? Why not just go and reverse sweep?
And what a way to do it that would be. I mean, we saw Zamway come back from 2 down against Trex to send it into game 5. He didn't close out the reverse sweep. Gengar will need to win 2 in a row if he's going to do so. But I think the things to focus on for him, I'd love to see more air dribble bumps because his success rate has been really high with his air dribble bumping. And any kind of play where he's just popping the ball up for himself and then reacting to what Mectos is doing. He's very good at those kind of plays where he just chips the ball up and then decides what to do based on what Mectos does. And he can see perfectly what Mectos is doing. What I want to see less of from Gengar, are these more risky plays in the air, because that's where Mectos is strongest.
Yeah, I think Gengar's got a nice little set of moves on the ground when he's got space. He's got, the classic roof flick. He's got the air dribble bump down to a T, and he's got those special little pop into the delayed sort of shot / flick. It's not quite a flick, it's not quite a clean shot, but he's got it down to a T. It's very difficult to deal with. So he's got a nice array. Good save.
My! That's going to be a goal as well. Gengar doesn't just save it, he lands outside of the goal with the ball and sets up the counter-attack for himself. That was a really, really strong save. I mean, if he'd saved that and landed in his own net, upside down, spinning out of control, we would still have given him credit for the save. But he landed in control of his car.
Yeah, he turned what looked like a very dangerous situation straight into a goal for himself. Excellent play. And now Mectos is probably going to be a little more cautious to pull the trigger on moves like that, which kind of bodes well for Gengar as well.
Oh my, that's another good save. Another diving save by Gengar. Mectos might have to stop shooting at the far post top corner, because Gengar has countered him on 2 far post shots. And that is a pretty good success rate, if you ask me.
Yeah, nice. Just such good fundamentals with the flicks and the finishing. It's not that many players, there's Dead Monster in EU who don't have, a huge bag of tricks to resort to, but just have the basics down.
And yeah, Dead Monster, without seeing everything his opponent is doing before it happens. Yeah, no, Gengar's PMing him again. It's another perfectly timed flick. 3-0. And I mean, this is why we were so hyped for Gengar versus Mectos. I don't think the first 2 games did Gengar justice at all. He is a really, really terrifying player, really awkward player to go up against. He just reacts perfectly to so many punches.
Yeah, I mean, he just could see Mectos, pure and simple. He could see Mectos turning and challenging, so he just flicked over them. To Gengar, that's not even like an impressive,
Not even a read, he just sees what's happening.
Yeah, it's not even a read, he's just looking.
He's just like, you're going to move in on that? Oh! Well, I mean, sometimes in Rocket League, it doesn't matter if you see what your opponent is doing, because what they're doing is as good as this, then what are you supposed to do against it? That's a nasty triple touch rebound from Mectos.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got his confidence at least. Not let the counter-attacks get to him, so that's a plus. Oh, he's going to get a goal here again, is he? No.
Oh, what a touch. Mectos with a boost deal, which is huge, but Gengar scooping the ball up into the corner very well. It's off the crossbar. Gengar saved by the upright. And I mean, he'll probably feel like he's owed some good luck after all the horrendous plays that were going against him earlier on in the series, even if they were partly his own blame.
Yeah, Mectos there. Mectos, for me, being a little uncreative with that flick, was a bit of a Johnny Boy dribble. He had...
you can't say that when we're both casting.
he had a lot to work.
Oh!
That's more like it.
Oh!
That's much better.
Nasty! Mectos really sold this one well. That was extremely convincing. He even controls it. He cushioned the ball with the underside of the car to keep it nice and close. 1 goal gap now. Mectos on the comeback trail.
Yeah, that's a bit more like it. He was frustrated himself with the lack of creativity, and he comes up with something genius to make up for it. Lovely little shot.
Mectos even overcompensating on a challenge there, dodging way to the right, just assuming that Gengar will see him coming, which he did. But Gengar has the quicker recovery, straight down the middle. And it was a bit all in from Mectos. I mean, he's trusting himself to recover the faster of the two players. But it's not always a smooth game. Those bumps, those collisions are unexpected.
Yeah, this is kind of what we were worried about pre-game. We were... Ooh, nice finish. Well done.
Oh.
He's got his confidence back a little bit, doesn't he? He's feeling himself a bit more now. I know they're going to tell me to skip, but I want to watch it.
Yeah. Didn't even jump. Yeah, everybody else skipped the replay. We're both watching that one. I want to see the no jump open goal. Look at that. I mean, it's exactly what you're saying. It's confidence, which earlier on you could see was just not there. Gengar is stretching back, and he does get another big save. He's been way bumped off the wall there. What a counter by Mectos. The only play that would work in the position, and he pulls it off.
Yeah. You know, lost the boost, and he's like, okay, well, that's fine. I'll just send you into space.
Little does he know Gengar's already in space.
Yeah.
Bump into actual Gengar, where he is. Gengar's just been knocked out by his own car. It's flying towards him. Still a 2-goal game though, and Mectos has lost the follow-up to the kickoff after sort of taking control. Gengar's definitely got the... He's got the ball in his court. He's the one who's, you know, dribbling around, controlling where the game's being played, and Mectos is having to react.
Yeah, and this is Gengar's sort of... This is home sweet home for Gengar.
Oh, he didn't have the dodge.
He didn't have the dodge. He loves to just... He sort of... What's the word I'm looking for? Power the ball around in his opponent's half. Sort of dance around, waiting for the opportunity. And there it is.
6-3. We may in fact be heading to another game 5. This is insane. But Mectos can still come back here. He just needs to get the control. He needs to start tackling Gengar earlier. Like you said, when Gengar can just dribble the ball around and wait until an opportunity presents itself, then as long as he hits those open nets, he's not going to have any issues, and he's not been missing them for a while now. He's playing a lot more consistently than he was earlier on. Big chance here for Mectos. Gengar just gets a touch on it, but it's not enough. Mectos is right there under it. Oh, he's almost dribbled that one a bit too far wide, but he does put it in.
Yeah, slightly poor clearance from Gengar. I think he sort of overthought that one a little bit. Gave Mectos the open net, and it's a 2-goal game all of a sudden.
And every second that goes by where Mectos isn't winning,
oh no!
I'll be worrying. Oh, he's going for the mind game again, but he ran out of boost. He couldn't get back down onto the ball.
It's a shame too. I think that was the right decision. I think he fooled Gengar with it. If he just, even if he just tapped the ball the lightest amount, would have had the goal.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to fake the shot so much that he actually almost got it. He was so close, and yeah, that's I guess the danger of trying to be really, really close and make a shot as convincing as possible. Now just a minute left, and Mectos has no boost here. Gengar's in full control. Oh, that's a great 50 though. Gengar let his guard down, and he's been forced to own goal. Mectos just gets out of the way. Out of all the ways to get this game back into a 1-goal difference, how on earth is it this?
Oh, that's a shame, man. He kind of really critical of Gengar, but honestly, he's just trying to get back. And then Mectos sort of pit maneuvers him into the lane, and just, you know.
I don't believe it. I mean, Mectos, he must have known that Gengar was coming in for the demo, so that's so smart. Now Gengar's missed the ball on his goal line. Mectos has no boost in this position though. The attack is going to fizzle out eventually, and now here comes Gengar down the middle. Mectos just gets the save, but again he's playing with just a very little amount of boost, and Gengar has full control with just over 30 seconds left.
This is where Gengar wants to be. He wants to sort of just... It's kind of the opposite of Trex. Trex is always going directly for goal, straight for the easiest opportunity.
Oh, look at him go.
But Gengar loves to just sit about, pass the ball around.
Oh, my.
And run the clock down. He loves it. This is... Oh,
is he just going to run the ball around? He's just going to run the ball around for the remainder of the game. Mectos is trying to wait for an opportunity, and Gengar's not giving it to him. This is some control on display here. But Mectos might get a chance. Oh my! It's Mectos first to open out. Gengar gets him. Mectos took a bit too long to get that dribble started. I do not believe it though. We are in fact going into yet another game 5. It's game 5s all day for SMUG 2.
I enjoyed that last minute or so much. You know, one of the only players who would time waste 1 goal up with a minute left.
Yeah, it's like a minute. Yeah, let me just waste some time.
It's
It's so smart though, because he's realized that Mectos is standing off, and Mectos has in fact been just waiting to see what Gengar will do. Because for earlier on in the series, Gengar was kind of outplaying himself, and he was and Mectos was profiting off it. And then Mectos at the start of this game, he started going for some more aggressive shots, and Gengar was just reading every single one of them. So Mectos says, "Okay, hold on, let me slow it down a little bit, see what he's doing." And then before he knows it, the game's over. Gengar's just won, and we're in a game 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Gengar, I feel like his camera settings play really well into that style as well of sort of patience and waiting. Because, you know, he can see you from miles away. He can wait. He can let you make your move. He's happy to not make a move all game if he doesn't have to. He will wait for you to come out to him. He'll see you coming out to him from yonks away, and then he'll just pop it over you when you rush in.
So now, I think for me, the question is, can Gengar keep up the composure? Because game 1 and 2 looked incredibly nervous for him. Game 3, he completely changed it up. He was, he looked, just a lot more confident, less hesitant in his plays. Game 4, same thing. Are we going to get that in game 5? I mean, Mark, what it's like to, get a comeback like this started when you're almost there. Oh no! Well, I guess that answers my question.
Yeah, he's got excited.
Keep it going. I guess that tells us.
Yeah, I was actually about to say, well done getting to game 5. I feel like someone who, obviously maybe struggles with nerves from time to time, but game 5 is not the best place to be.
Yeah. He's gonna need to stay close here. Mectos ran away with game 1, and there was really no danger of like a massive comeback from Gengar. It definitely didn't look like it was on the cards. Some players have got that, 4, 5, 6 goal comeback potential, but in this matchup, Mectos is solid enough that if he gets ahead by 4, even 3, it's really hard to see Gengar coming back without a lot of time left in the clock.
Yeah, Gengar is more of a edge out a close victory than a blast someone into oblivion type of guy.
So needs more time. Look at this, how much time this is taking. Oh, the move though from Gengar.
Oh, and he close one them in chat.
He dropped the close one. What a delayed dodge that is. Slides across. That is disgusting. Gengar with the close to car ball control.
Poor Mectos. You heard his axles just explode under him there.
He's exploded your vocal cords as well by the sound of things, Marky. Gengar's missed the boost here. Oh my goodness, what a save that is though. As the ball bounces out perfectly for him to control. Just when you thought that SMUG 2 couldn't get any more scripted, Gengar transforms in the final game. Oh, just misses the shot, but he's got a follow-up plan. This is what Gengar's trying to do. Control this match non-stop.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job of it as well. He always manages to keep a decent amount of boost, always has good spacing, he never puts himself in dodgy positions, and he just controls and waits for you to make the mistake.
Oh my. He was ready with another wave dash shot, but he decided not to go for it because Mectos was between him and the goal. Hang on a second. Gengar! He's going to put to bed all the doubts for his open net accuracy, and he's going to drop a sorry in the chat as well after the pinch center ball and the wave dash demo.
I love that wave dash demo. That was so satisfying, and the sorry straight after as well. That was delicious.
Oh, that's just disgusting. I don't believe this guy. Gengar is just something else. Still on the comeback trail. That's not the best shot, but again, he's got a follow-up plan. And as long as he's got a 1 goal lead, then this may as well be like a 3 or 4 goal lead. Gengar has all the control, and he's not relenting with a quick chat.
He's transformed. His ego has escaped him, and he's coming to play. Maybe we were wrong. Maybe he's going to absolutely batter Mectos this game.
Yeah, I was looking up in the sky above Starbase here. I thought it was a planet. It's just Gengar's ego up there. He is absolutely on fire right now, but Mectos coming at him with a nice shot. Oh, that is placement from Mectos, and Gengar's quick chat nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, where's Mectos' quick chat though? I feel like you gotta give it back. Nice shot, nothing Gengar can do. Gengar can do. but
Gengar, maybe that is the next evolution of Gengar that he somehow reached today. What do you reckon though? Is he going to try and pull out the O'Khalids with waiting all game, receive a bunch of quick chat from your opponent, and then hit them with the triple what a save and leave the lobby? Like, it would make sense. Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, Gengar's underestimated that one. Mectos with huge acceleration. He does in fact drop some quick chat with the equalizer.
Yeah, Gengar got a little bit too swept up in the smacking his opponent's bum, and then Mectos just pops the ball under the bar. Nice shot. Gengar definitely that last goal will be a bit annoyed about giving that one away.
Yeah, he wanted Mectos to go for something, but he didn't expect Mectos to be able to shoot it that quickly. Counter-attack very much not on in that position. Mectos recovering straight towards his goal. Gengar nips in front of him for the boost steal. Mectos showing no respect, in fact just goes for a wall shot and a rebound, 4-3. And now Mectos will reply in quick chat once again.
Yeah, again Gengar sort of overthinking things a little bit, and Mectos just not thinking at all, just I'm just going to hit it towards the goal, hope for the best, and it works.
You think thinking's got him in trouble? Because Mectos has been extremely backed up in his goal for the last 2 games. Gengar's been running the show. Maybe Mectos just needed to ball chase a little bit more. He's definitely doing that right now, and Gengar has read him on that play. So we will have a tie game, and perhaps even more importantly, a read or even just Gengar seeing exactly what Mectos is planning on a ball chase play.
Yeah, it does seem like Mectos is going a bit more basic and a bit more direct. And we'll see if Gengar, I mean, he definitely had the read on him that time. We'll see if he can keep that up.
Just over 2 minutes left, a complete deadlock. Starbase Arc. Oh, Gengar! That's your own goal, mate. Not exactly the touch he had in mind, but I'll tell you what, it's almost started a counter-attack for him. Mectos didn't have to make a touch on it, because he saw it was off target. Oh my, that pinch pretty quick. And some revenge, a demo at the halfway line. Mectos ahead again. The ball's just doing laps around the field.
Lovely pinch, and poor Gengar sitting duck for Mectos. He can't get out of the way. Great play from Mectos. Just a great pinch. It was all about just perfect execution on the Cuxer pinch. Actually, speaking of Cuxer, I bet Cuxer would be the type of guy to try out Gengar's counter.
Oh, I bet he would love to see this working. Yeah, that's true. I mean, this kind of playstyle, just dribbling the ball around and waiting, like reacting to all your opponent's moves. That is what your old teammate Cuxer used to always do. He was always about trying to react perfectly to every move. That's what Gengar's been doing all day, but can he get the boost steal? No, he doesn't. He times it a bit too early. Mectos, no nonsense long shot.
Yeah, and Mectos, it seems to have made a conscious decision just to keep it super basic. He's just shooting. When he gets the ball, he's just hitting it at the goal.
Oh
dear. That did not look like it was going to be a huge dunk. That looked very comfortable from Mectos. What happened?
I think the fact that Gengar's been air dribble bumping him so often, it got Mectos into that kind of reaction. He's getting way back in his goal line to get away from any kind of potential bump that might be coming his way. Then he realizes, wait a minute, he's just going to smash this one straight in. Gengar, awkward touch in the next he's missed the boost. A nice wave dash to try and get Mectos to back off. Mectos will not back off too far.
This next goal's pretty huge. You feel like he's got the air dribble.
Oh!
Great read from Gengar. If Gengar gets this goal, you know, you really fancy him for the time waste play.
Yeah, you managed to win from this position. 1 goal ahead in the last game. Just let the clock do the work for him. Now Gengar's landed poorly, but Mectos, he does get the boost. Gengar must have thought he had it, but Mectos had to back away. Both players have 100 boost. Gengar isolates the challenge, and he's even taking his time miss. He's already started time wasting.
Gengar does not need to be in the lead to time waste. Oh, great low challenge.
Off target.
Am I allowed to have my prediction again? I know I said I gave up.
I'll give it to you. No, I'll give it to you. Because I think it's an incredible comeback. 6-5. Gengar on the cusp of reverse sweeping Mectos. And you know, Mectos beat NRG. If Gengar's better than NRG, does that make him the best player in North America? I think so. 18 seconds left. Can he do it?
Okay. Oh, there he is!
Well, if there was ever any doubt about this man's open net confidence, how about that one? I mean, it's not even entirely open net. Mectos is right underneath him. But with 10 seconds left, I think Gengar's done it.
Yeah, that was killer instinct. You know, he's been time wasting all series. Mectos thought he'd have time there, but Gengar just recovers so swiftly, comes in and just cleanly strikes it in. And
wow, he's actually done this.
Great
After seeing game 1, and then also in overtime, Mectos is out of here. He cannot be happy with himself, but well played to Gengar. That is unbelievable. What a turnaround. From the hesitant, lack of confidence that was clearly on display at the start of this series to just full control by the end. That's a transformation.
Yeah, it went from Gengar, misser of open nets, to Gengar, slayer of Mectos.
Oh man, that's just incredible. I must say, I'm with you. I didn't have any faith in the game 5 after seeing how poorly this one started for Gengar, but he managed to get us there and also win it, going one better than Samway earlier. But despite already taking quite a while to get to this stage in the event, because every game is going to game 5, every series is going to game 5, we actually have 2 more matches for you guys today. And those of you RLCS XEU fans out there are not going to want to miss the next one. It's Alpha 54 against Monkey Moon.